Thanks, Maya. I'm here at the Lansing Sailing Club, and I hope you brought your life jacket because today we're learning how to sail. Sailing will be a sport in the 2016 Olympics, and the boat that we are using today is the same model that will be used in Rio, according to instructor Susanna Tellschow.
The Laser is a Olympic class sailboat, right? So it is the women's single hand and it is the men's single hand Olympic racer. If you watch the Olympics this year and you watch the sailing portion, you'll see those boats out there. Now, it's kind of an interesting thing that that boat that gets sailed here locally is a path to the Olympics, right? So if you, and you probably have to start sailing pretty young, you start sailing, you get good in that boat, you can compete regionally and nationally. I mean, we have a district competition coming up August 20th right here at the club. That's one of those events that would be a good thing to train in. And then eventually you can work your way into the Olympic trials with that boat.
After learning a little bit about the boat, the next step is to set it up.
So we do an introductory sailing course, which teaches you the basics of sailing and gets you ready to use club boats. And it's the idea with this system is that we're not just teaching you to sail to then like shove you out into the world, say goodbye. We want you to be sailing all year, all summer. We don't want you to have to wait till you go out and find a boat of your own. So the boats you train on are the same boats that you're going to be able to use. And we have programs that you can get into after the class that will keep you active and help you to learn and hone your skills down. So, for example, the racing that we were doing tonight, that is a great way to hone your skill and learn to control the boat in all sorts of conditions and become like a great all-around sailor. Now we're ready to go. We do a little bit of talk on the board, a little short talk, but then we get out in the boats right away because this can't be all theoretical. You have to be in the boat and feel it and get used to it and get used to seeing the wind on the water and seeing how the boat reacts when you do a maneuver, so that when we come back we have something to talk about. Right? It makes it real.
And that's how you change direction? Is by tacking?
That's when you're trying to go as upwind as you can.
Okay.
Right? So if let's say, if the wind's coming from right up there.
Yeah.
But it acts more like a glider plane wing. Because as we were talking before, sailboats are not passive craft. Actually, we're gonna have to tack. Here we go. Okay.
All right,
so
we're ready.
Tacking.
All right, here it comes. After learning the basics on how to control the boat using the teller and sails, it was my turn to give it a try.
You cannot sail in the direction that the wind is blowing.
Okay.
Because if you try to do that, the sail will just flap.
Flap.
So if the wind is coming from this direction, you have to sail at least about 45 degrees away from it.
Okay.
So right now it's coming from up there.
So I need to go this way?
So you need to go this way to get out in the lake.
So what I use...
What you're going to do is hold this.
This?
You have to move from that side to this side.
Oh, I have to move physically too?
Yeah.
With this in my hand?
And control the boat.
Okay, and control the boat.
Guess what? You're going to do fine.
Okay.
All right? Just stay on that side.
Stay on this side. Okay.
Susanna will help balance.
Okay.
But as soon as you get out a few feet more, the wind is going to blow the sail over.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
All right. Oh, gosh.
Pull it towards you just a little bit, the rudder. There you go.
Okay. Oh my gosh, we're moving!
For our Learn to Sail class, we have volunteer skippers. So the people who have sailed at the club, who are very experienced, volunteer a tremendous number of hours of their time to come mentor for our Learn to Sail class. And for that class, we learn to sail on both the small boats. So it's depending on people's preference, small boats or the larger boats, which are the Lightnings and the Wayfarers. They're 16 feet and 19 feet. And so typically if you're on one of those boats, you'll be out with a volunteer skipper who's teaching you on the boat. You'll be steering. Again, it's not theoretical. You get his hands on right away. But that person is there to guide you and talk you through learning the different maneuvers and how to make the boat move.
At the Lansing Sailing Club, the instructors teach out of love for the sport.
It's an all volunteer-based club. We're a not-for-profit organization, and we focus on sailing education, on racing, on family sailing, on sail camping too. We started that a couple years ago. But we basically try to take advantage of Lake Lansing as much as we can and make the most of this great resource that we have right next door. It's when we come out here to the lake to either race or to have a fun day sailing, it's like a vacation up north, but 10 minutes away. Yep, you just lay it flat.
Okay.
And then the other thing you do when you pop out is you flip the rudder up so it doesn't scrape on the bottom.
All right.
You can just swing your feet right over the side.
Woo! Okay.
You probably think you're going like 20 miles an hour, but you're probably going 5 or 6. You know?
I thought I was going at least 30 miles per hour when that wind picked up, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing?
It's like all the the sounds and the water going by.
Yeah.
It's a lot of excitement.
If you weren't in the boat, I definitely would have been in the water. Still dry and now on land. It's back to the whiteboard to see what we learned.
So today we were doing something that we typically do on the first day, which is just go out in the boat, go reach back and forth, right? Cross the wind. So actually, here's you. So this is the wind, right? So this is what we did today. We sailed this way, and then we turned around and we sailed this way. That's something that's pretty easy to learn, and it gets you used to working the tiller and how that steers the boat, gets you used to pulling the sail in and out, seeing how that gives you power in the boat, and that's day one.
Sailing seems so relaxing. Thanks so much for taking me out today.
It's great to have you guys out here today. We want you to keep on sailing for the rest of the year, so boats that you learn to sail on, those are club boats, you get to come back for the rest of the year and sail in those boats and get out and either like have a nice relaxing sail or get involved in racing or learn how to sail better so you can go out on an adventure. Whatever, it's like a choose your own adventure.
Well, thanks so much for having me today, and we'll throw it back to you guys at the studio.